Hello everyone and welcome to The Curious Artist. My name is Ines and yes, I'm very curious about art. My main curiosity is to find out if I can actually do things that I see being done on YouTube, or maybe someone who I know that knows how to do something and I'm like, well, I wonder if I can do that. That's mostly what my channel is about. Respecting each other, sharing what I've learned, maybe learning at the same time you are, sharing something that I might have like, oh, look what I found out yesterday that you may have found out years ago. But I will pretend that is the most wonderful, the most newest thing ever. I just first of all, before continuing, I want to let you all know first I am trying my new microphone, my new lapel microphone, because I tend to mumble a lot and talk under my breath and talk to myself, and other people do not understand a word that I'm saying, and right now I'm just whispering. So let's test out the new mic. Second, I'm still struggling with the light. I think this is the best I'm going to be able to get it today. I struggle with the lighting in my apartment. One, because I live in a studio apartment, and the lighting is just kind of weird in here. I can't wait to one day have just a room with lots of light just for this. Also want to apologize for starting out the video with my hands. There's not gonna be a sight of my face on today's video, because I don't know if you're able to tell. I've been having, I'm kind of nasally. I'm always nasally, but it's been worse for the last couple of weeks with my allergies. And it got really, really bad for the last maybe 4 days. I've been having migraines, obviously very stuffy and everything. I went 2 days without my medication. One, I was too sleepy, too tired, and forgot all about it. And the second day, I just wasn't going to move to go anywhere. But I was not feeling all that great, and it got really bad very quick. So I couldn't take another day of that. So I've been taking my antihistamines. I do feel better than what I sound. So let's get into it. Now, coincidentally, we did talk about in the last, we talked, I know I talked, but I'm assuming we're having a conversation here, okay? I talked about episode, or see, the number 4 video in this Sky series was going to be Stormy Clouds. And this is before knowing anything about Tropical Storm Helene, or Hurricane Helene, happening. Um, I do want to say that I hope that if you have any loved ones that were in the storm, they all fared well, that they didn't get hurt. Um, and those who did, my heart goes out to them. I don't personally know anyone in Florida or anywhere in the area where all the devastation happened. Um, the closest I am is to another YouTuber whose channel's name is Papa Paints, and his wife, Miss Robin. I like to call her Lady Robin. I don't know why. His wife, Miss Robin, and they're such a lovely couple. They did a live. I think it was their dining room table on the day the storm was supposed to hit, or the day the storm hit. And they did show us that they brought in all their like patio furniture inside and everything, and they did their live video, but the very next day, they were back on and said they did okay, that they didn't suffer any damages. the place where they were at didn't really get hit. So, well, I mean, they got hit, but not like where they got really devastated. Let me get a drink of water. Um, so, like I said, that's the closest I come to that. For today, in the Sky series, is video number 4, or episode number 4 of Sky series. Alright, I'm being goofy. Sorry about that. It is not the medication, I promise you. I don't take anything that makes me groggy. Don't like it. But I've been practicing. So let's recap. Okay? Okay. Let's recap on what we have done. If you have learned, let's recap on what you have learned, what I have learned, what we've done together. If you've done any of this with me, with all of my subscribers right now, I'm up to 8 people. So that is my shameless way to introduce that. Please like, subscribe, and share if you are so kind. Uh, it'll just help me out to get more out there. I mean, who wouldn't want to hang out with me? You know, and you. So let's recap. So these are all jumbled, by the way. I don't know how I did it. I try to keep them in order, but it is not working all that well. Here we go. Backwards. We did, and the first one, it was the dabbing method for fluffy clouds. That's not it. Well, that's part of the fluffy clouds, but this is part 2 video. I told you they're all mixed up here. I feel like I'm shuffling a deck of cards here. Alright, here's another one. Fluffy clouds right there. Isn't that wonderful? The more I look at these, the more I like them. At first I didn't really like them. You know, the worst critic is usually yourself. And then we got part 2. We got the wispy clouds. There we go. Fluffy clouds right here. And see, this one I got a little bit carried away with the color. I kind of like that one. And then we got more fluffy here. So we got that back there as well. We'll put it like that. I like that better. And then the flawless episode, which I like to call the part 3. It's the clouds with colors in them that kind of blend in together. Really enjoyed this one. It was pretty cool. This one was an accident. This little white dot there is an accident. I think I might have had maybe some oil in my hand. Something got it. That's an oil spot. It could either be hand oil, I don't know, something I spilled, I don't know. And it ends up looking like a very hazy sun going down. This one we made ourselves with a little bit of frisket paper, Riskete paper, to protect the white of the paper. We just put a little bit of red, fused it around the little piece of paper, and took it off. It's basically tape you can make stencils out of. And I really enjoyed it. Now for the part 4 series, which is going to be Stormy Clouds, I meant to show you this too. For a long time I've been practicing, guys. You see that right there? I put in some yellow and pink and left some of the white out. And of course I was practicing clouds. And this is from probably a couple of years ago, to be honest. So I'm going to put these aside. I have been practicing in preparation for this video. And I'm going to show you the progress of those videos. And for that, I am not going to use the cutout pieces. I'm actually going to use a block. Or a bigger piece of paper. Simply because you'll appreciate more the effect on a bigger piece of paper. And it's going to be a quick technique. Very quick technique. And I'm going to show you what I've done in my, this is where I practice different things in my journal. That's my watercolor journal. And for this, we're going to use my, my block. Then your Central Art Supply, our watercolor paper. It's really great paper. It's 100% cotton watercolor paper. It's cold press, 140, 20 sheets, 9 by 12s. I'm not sponsored by anyone, by the way, just to let you all know. So it's going to be the block paper, and I've been using my Simmons brush. It's not necessarily my favorite brush, but it's been working out perfect for this series. It's a number 10 Simply Simmons. It does not, as you can see, it does not have a very defined tip, but it holds a lot of water and a lot of paint. And it's kind of, I like the way that feels too. The fan brush. I completely forgot to use this brush in the last video, which was for the the blendy blend, okay, of the skies. And I promised I would try, because I did say that it doesn't matter what type of brush you use. So I'm gonna see if I remember to use it this time. Our trusty little hockey brush for wetting the paper. We're gonna use a lot of water today. A lot of water. So we're gonna wet the paper. We're gonna put in wet paint. We're gonna spray the paper to get that effect that I'm looking for, to get that stuff. And remember that today's video was supposed to be the first time I actually used the spray bottle. I actually found out how I used the spray bottle in a couple of videos back, and I like the effect a lot, which I'm going to end up using it a lot more. I'm not going to lie to you, okay? And I'm also going to use the oh my goodness, my Master's Touch watercolors, which I've been using for the entire series, simply because I want to be constant in what I'm using for all the videos. Okay, this is the Master's Touch by Hobby Lobby's brand, and I'm gonna take out this little palette here because I used it for this right here. So I'm gonna close this briefly. So in here I just got the tin and the mail from Amazon. I got 2 of these. I got that one, and I got this one. Look at that, so pretty. Oh, I'm tossing things around. I think that might be upside down. I might go like that. I've got no clue how it goes, but I might be right. Anyways, this is simply, not used it for anything yet. And I filled this one up with the Royal Langnickel. Oh, you can't see, it's kind of blurry. Essentials. And I just cut out the little logo from the box and put that on there. And I curated some colors, swatched, and put them in here. Honestly, these, if we were to paint it white and, make it a little palette, that would be great too. You could do that, but I like to be able to see my colors too. So the only one I don't have that done to is my a palette where I have all the colors, no matter the brand. I need to give that palette a name, to be honest. With this one, so I use that one. It fits 40 half pans in there, I believe. Yeah, 40 half pans and about 20 full pans. Alright, let me just let you guys know that I had to edit a lot just now. I had actually began the painting and try to show you how it's done, and I used the wrong brush. Terrible, and I didn't get the effect I wanted, and I'm going to show you the mistake. I'm just going to show you how I record it, because it just takes so long. That's what it looked like. And we don't want streaks. It cannot have streaks. I used the wrong brush. I was trying to use a bigger brush, like a flat one, but the bristles are not soft enough for it. So I'm going to attempt to do this once again. Okay, and the paper that I had to protect the bottom of the paper came off. It got too wet because it does get very wet. You gotta soak it. This is still wet, and it's been about maybe 10 minutes since I've done this. So, but I'm not gonna throw away the paper. One, it'll remind me that don't use this brush anymore. There's nothing wrong with the brush, it's just not for the right technique. It's a roll, not roll, but it's an artist loft, okay? Brush, a 1.5 inch, and it's not a watercolor brush. I don't know why I picked it, but I guess I was just trying to be fancy, like Miss Lewis from the Lewis and Morgana YouTube video, and that's the why she's a professional and I am not. So I'm gonna put it aside, but this is also a reminder. Plus, I can still use the paper for other things. So I have to bring out one of the big guns. I never use this brush because it's intimidating to me. I'm going to be using the big dagger. I don't know if you can see big, and she's fluffy, and she's made with squirrel's hair. This is a number 20 dagger from Art Secret. And this is the number 20, the 950 series dagger stripper is called, but it's made with squirrel hairs, and it feels just, this feels just like a hake brush, because it's animal hair. It feels soft just like it. Okay, this is goat hair, this is squirrel hair, and it's a lot. And I also have already, so I wouldn't waste any more time, put the tape around the borders, separated the paper, so I won't make a mess, because I made a huge mess. You know what? I don't trust it. When I say I don't trust it, it means I don't trust myself. So let's just, let's do that. Going into the paint. Now the magic. Really quickly. We can tilt it sideways, like that, and then downwards. Look at that. I think I used too much paint again. It's covering the entire. Look at that. It's just running. And you know what? Since it's so runny and I'm not getting the effect that I'm looking for, I'm going to try something different. Let's see if I can get it. I'm already doing stuff. So since I've got that, let's see if I can get some mystery clouds in here. Very low clouds. Oh, that is looking up awesome actually. That is not the what I was looking to do, by the way. It just happened because I obviously can't control it. And I was able to do it. And another one, and believe it or not, I am going to do an attempt number. I like that, and I'm going to leave it that way. Huh. Okay. What do you think? Maybe. That really made it look very cute. Very, very cool. So, I'm actually going to... I'm going to let that dry. Maybe I can try on a different piece of paper. I'm not able to get the effect that I'm going for, like Miss Lewis does. But I actually don't hate that either. So I am going to do this. Okay, so it seems like you're getting a 2-for-1 this time. I am back. That was a terrible attempt of the technique that I'm trying to use right here. I can't even take the tape off because it's still so wet. Now, the paper is supposed to do that. But after reviewing what I had done, I put too much paint on it to where it ran all the way down. It's supposed to just be on the top, let it run down a bit. And maybe I don't need to use such a huge brush. I'm going to use back to my Simply Simmons. Okay. And that's what we're going to do. So we're going to prepare the paint. We're going to use black and some Prussian blue to make it kind of like a Payne's grayish color. And I still have the mixture over here with the yellow ochre and the burnt sienna. Alright, so I'm just adding a bunch of water in here. That's what's important. Okay, we're getting ready to start doing this. But yeah. I'm staying at the very top. I'm keeping it very, very syrupy. Once or twice here. There we go. Here's the yellow in here. Let's mix it. Make it a little bit warm somewhere. Alright, that's it. No more than that. So I overdid it the last time. And we're not going to put that much spray either. We're going to do from a distance. Just enough to get it running. And this is when she starts hummingbirding. Hummingbirding means you come down here and you do this. Okay. And honestly, where is it? I really think I need to put some more of that in there. Making it a bit darker in spots. Hummingbird. I know I've got the paper on there to protect it, but I still need to. There we go. There we go. Let's do a little bit of that. I know I'm flipping the paper and an angle, and that's so I can get things to look like they're coming down in a certain way. I hope you can see what's going on here. This is so cool. I think it's gonna work this time. All right. Picking up paint from the sides. Let's see here. We want to make sure we keep cleaning. We keep cleaning because you see that right there? It's so cool. A little bit more, just very little misting, not a lot. And I'm only doing that so the colors get softer and they run the way they're supposed to. And keep hummingbirding. I think I got it. I had to calm down. I was a bit hyper. I think that kind of focus, you know. It's so hard to focus sometimes. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. That is what I wanted. Oh, that's beautiful. Finally got it. And I had to go back into my notes and look what I was doing and refocus myself, you know. I really want to add a little bit more here. Just enough to make it look like something there. Make it run back up. There we are. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm just cleaning the brush. Nothing special. Still letting the paint run down. Okay. And you're never going to get the same effect whatsoever. Doesn't matter how many times you do this technique in the same exact way, or you think you're doing it the exact same way, you're never going to get the same exact effect. Never. But this is the look I was going for. Let's see. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. I like it a lot. So look at that. Look, we're not going to put clouds in it. We're going to leave it alone. And I've got a little thing in there. Oh, God fixed it. Whew. There's some fiber in it. Alright, we have got to let this dry completely. And I'm going to put it in a safe place. I'm going to put it in a safe place. See, I almost dropped stuff. Alright, I can breathe now. I held my breath for a while doing this, okay? So let's see if we can figure out what to do with what I've already done over here. Alright, so this is what we have here. That looks actually not so bad, except for the hard edges. I don't like the hard edges. I like the softening of everything. So we're going to let that dry. Hopefully it'll dry by the time I get done. I don't know, because this isn't dry either. I'm going to let that one do its thing. See what happens. I can't put the fan right away on it, because if not, the air from the fan is going to blow it around and it's going to mess it up. And I don't want that to happen, you know. And to be honest, now that I'm taking the border off this thing, it doesn't look so bad. I'm gonna call that one finished. As much as I fussed about it, I like the sky the way it came out. And that was done with the dabbing method. Obviously, it worked in this one. So, I'm gonna put this aside and I gotta wait for that to dry and I'll be right back, okay? Painting. This area is almost 100% dry. It's got little buckling. Actually, it feels completely dry, to be honest. I washed my hands before touching again because it took so long to dry. I actually had dinner. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove these I like to call them gutter guards. For like when you go bowling. Let's do that like this so I won't tear up the paper. I'm not doing a very good job. Alright, let's see. Oh gosh. Just making me very nervous. I don't want to tear up the paper. Let's see what we got going on over here. Oh, I think I got it. I got it. Okay, let's see. Oh. Yay! I did it! Alright. So this is going to be marked up a little bit, but I'm okay with it. Isn't that beautiful? I'm so proud of myself. I didn't give up. So I was this close. I was this close to say, you know what? It's never going to rain on my paper. But what we're going to do now is figure out the foreground. Since this guy is so beautiful, I actually want to make it into a composition. And so I say, well, it don't matter because I've been saying that it don't matter. But this is actually a pretty neat one. And I really like it. So on this one, I'm going to do a little dry brush action going on. And a little bit of land way back here. Kind of a rocky thing going on. Now, I'm going to do a rock here, some sand, little land back there, and just sand and maybe some splatter. I think I want to do splatter. I'm going to do splatter. So I was in danger of overworking it and loosening really what it's supposed to look like. The birds, put them in there because some hair got splattered, I guess from mixing it on the palette over here. So each little dot is a bird. That's what that ended up being. So for the magic right now, which all painters love to do, is to peel off the edges of the tape to see what it looks like. I'm not doing anything else to this painting because I overworked it a bit and I didn't really ruin it, but this area was nicer earlier. So I'm gonna get started with, what's the side? This side, I believe. And let's see. That came off nice and clean. Now let's do this side. Right here. 2 down. Always pull away from your painting in case you tear the paper. It'll tear out and not towards your painting. Okay? There we go. Huh. I actually like it very, very much. It looks beautiful. I'm actually satisfied with it. Once I got the sky done right, which, to be honest, I ended up going back to the dabbing method after I messed that one up, but I fixed it. You can always fix your mistakes. Well, unless you give up like I do. And this, I'm just going to use as scrap paper. I don't believe there's going to be a third one, but actually, I mean a third one, a fifth one. But after I saw this right here, I believe there will be. There's going to be a reason why, and I'm going to show you in the next episode. I keep saying episode. It's not an episode. Next video. We're going to call it the bonus sky video. And this kind of gave me the idea. I've been looking at a picture for a month, and it kind of made me think of that right there. It might work. So I will take this off the block, which I really don't need to because, I mean, it's on the block. It looks perfect. Let's see if I can adjust that right there to make it look better. See, this I do not like. Wonder if there's a way to block it. Can I block the light? No, I can't. Because it's coming from that side. There we go. Okay, so that's the best I can do. I wonder if I turn off. Oh, there we go. Perfect. You can actually see it now. There we go. We got our stormy clouds. I did not give up. I hope you try to. Don't give up. Eventually it'll come out. Trial and error. And actually this is the best stormy cloud I've ever had done, or that I've ever done. I'm very proud of it. I think I might actually frame this one and put it on my wall here in my studio. And I'd like to thank everyone for being here. Today was a long video for me. I got a lot of editing to do. But I couldn't give up. I had started already. I was too deep. I have to finish it. I'm very proud of this right here. I'm actually going to put it probably, I'm going to show it off on Facebook. And I don't have an Instagram. I can barely maintain Facebook and do the videos as well. Time to tidy up a little bit over here and get to editing so I can try to get this out today. I did say I was going to have a bonus video. Yeah, I'll do the bonus video next, and the video after that is going to be my tribute to Professor McGonagall, to Maggie Smith, who may rest in peace now, from, of course, my favorite series of Harry Potter, my favorite books as well. And like I said, thank you for being here. I know I asked earlier, but if you would be so kind and so nice to please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, leave me a message. How would you have done this, or if you did try it, show me a picture. Send me a picture in the comments. That'll be great. But for now, that is all for today. I hope to even feel much better tomorrow. And I am going to attempt, like I said, to do the bonus probably tomorrow or the day after for next week. Then after that, I'm going to do my tribute to Maggie Smith. Okay, and we're going to use one of my favorite books, which I mentioned in I think in my first or second video, of how I got back into painting and how I really got into watercolor, understanding it a little bit. And then I started watching videos from other YouTubers. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And now I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with watercolor, which terrifies me a little bit still, but I really love it. You guys have a wonderful day. See you next episode. I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.